Good morning, dear one and all. I'm so happy, excited, delightful rather, to be present here as a chief guest in a function that was virtually addressed by the Minister of Social Empowerment, the first program in India, which is being organized by the newly established chair in the precincts of Andhra University under the name Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Chair. First time it is organizing a wonderful, wonderful concept, and I am happy to be present here with all my colleagues. To begin with, the Rector of the University, Professor Samatha. Please give a big round of applause to her. She is a professor of physics and also currently serving the university as a rector. And you can see Professor Krishna Mohan, Professor of Commerce. He is the registrar of the university. And you can see Professor Suresh. He is also alumnus of Andhra University. A student of this university 25 years back, grew up, occupied a very, very high position, invited by none other than the Prime Minister to Gujarat to establish software park over there. And now very recently, he's been moved from Gujarat to Andhra Pradesh on a particular purpose to establish Visakhapatnam also as an IT and happening zone. I'm so happy he is also here today. And you know the towering man, the chair professor, Professor James Stephen. What a topic is that? Ambedkar's vision, Modi ji's provision, every day under the mission by Honorable CM Jagan. University is the only platform for its propagation. For rightful cultivation of your minds. Couple of months back, when I got an opportunity to speak to the students on the eve of the Jayanti of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, along with me, all these professors, they were also on the days speaking about the great works of Dr. Ambedkar. I still recall the statements of some of the teachers. I recall that statement, which I have included while talking about the today's theme. Dr. Ambedkar's statement always, cultivation of the mind should be the ultimate essence of human existence. Yes, we are all here, in fact, to cultivate our minds. A wonderful topic that were chosen by Professor James Stephen. I know him. He is a wonderful person, wonderful person. And the first of its kind, a topic has been chosen. It's been discussed in Delhi today that this kind of a theme should be propagated among various other universities. So I really congratulate him for choosing a wonderful topic. The mission of Honorable Prime Minister to convert India into a $5 trillion economy. $5 trillion economy is not a small ambition. It's a high ambition. And here also you have a Chief Minister, Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu, who has got a compelling vision for tomorrow. He always feels that tomorrow is always better than today. You know, that kind of a society where we are all living, you are all, getting educated. This is the chair, which is in fact going to organize several interesting programs. You will be connected to digital technologies. Never ever think that digital technology means having a smartphone in your hand or using an app or connecting to internet. No. It's much more than that. You will be entering into a different society altogether. The technology is changing. In 4-5 years of time, people would talk about Industry 4.0, the next industrial revolution, which is in fact going to hit India in a totally different way. Are you really prepared for it? That's one of the objectives of this particular chair, in fact, to prepare you into all these future challenges. Because we keep talking about the disconnect. We keep talking about the inaccessibility of several groups of humans on this particular globe in general and in our country in particular. So how to connect all these people, because that's very, very important. That's very, very important. And at the same time, ethics, which also plays a great role. Yes, I do agree that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's statement, which is popularly used by many people, that yes, whenever there is a fight among ethics and economics, the history always says that the economics won always. But people with ethics, if they start objecting, if they get the required education, if they do the rightful way of organization, yes, they will have the capacity to defeat the power of economy and prove that ethics would always play the role. And today, you don't require cash. You don't require connections. You don't require influence. Youth started demonstrating to the globe that the power of idea, simple idea, that's all. Nothing else is required. Just idea, that's sufficient. If you have the idea, if you have got simple connection, you can start anything on internet and crush your business. This is a concept. So be proud of that. Because Indian youth, they have demonstrated to the globe that they are the most powerful economy creators. America, at one point of time, they spoke about year 2000 problem. They spoke about Y2K problem, right? They spoke about .com crash. They spoke about banking crash, financial crash. But each time, they got a powerful solution from our Indian youth sitting over there. Times to come, not only for America, every developed country, that way. Look at America, look at Australia, look at Germany, look at UK. Every country is looking at Indian youth. They know that, these are the most powerful people. Maybe that is the reason why, Britain recently took up an Indian as their prime minister. The concept of that India, be Indian first, be Indian last. Nothing should come in between. That kind of a cultivation of your brain as an Indian, that kind of a prestige of you as an Indian, that should be the maximum. And no other kind of, in between competition of loyalty that is generated because of your caste, because of your society, or because of your influence, because of your money, because of your religion. None of them should be able to beat that loyalty that you would get as an Indian. This is the philosophy of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Maybe that is the reason Honorable Prime Minister, whenever he launches any flagship program, he connects that word. Startup India, Digital India, Young India. You see that India, that means, the pride of India, that what you get should be the ultimate. So it is a rightly chosen topic today. The Ambedkar's vision, Modi's provision, connecting all of you digitally, reaching the unreached, giving schemes to all. And we are in the state of Andhra Pradesh right now. This entire theme, in letter and spirit, if there is any single state in India which is implementing it, reaching all the people, empowering the woman, the real power of a society is always estimated only when the women are empowered. That's a statement. Look at the state government and the governance model. 50% presence of women in every platform. You call it as the panchayats, call it as Jilla Parishads, and you look at any kind of a governance body, 50%. Honorable Chief Minister Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy is very, very particular when it says 50%, it is 50 point some percentage. Because I know when, the Executive Council of Andhra University, it's being selected out of 11 members. When we took up only 5 members, he said 11 by 2 cannot be 5, make it 6. So 6 ladies were brought in into the positions of the Executive Council. So woman empowerment. Look at the schemes. People talk about Amartya Sen, the Nobel laureate. And now the recent statement of Nobel laureate Amartya Sen, he says that, the best way to empower people, the best way to reach the people who deserve the services, who are not able to in fact enter into the mainstream, and who are the real people to be empowered as per the philosophy of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The best way, he said that, reach them directly by sending cash into their accounts. The only state which is happening direct cash transfer, that's only Andhra Pradesh. That's the CM, Sri Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy. You all know, I see young students over here. I have a question. So many students are there here. Maybe it's the first time that so many youngsters are sitting over here like this for such a wonderful program. At least I am sure that 50% of you, I will ask you to raise your hands. Be frank when you raise your hands. 50% of you probably must be getting full fees transfer directly getting into your mother's account. How many of you are getting it? Yeah. 50%? Almost 50%. Over there. How many of you are getting fees reimbursement? See, look at the scheme. Fees getting into your mother's account. Why? Fees can always go into the account of the direct institution. Why it should go into your mother's account? Mother gets that, capacity. She's empowered. She can go to the college. Come on, principal, where are the facilities? Right? They can demand. That's the empowerment in one way. Look for the correct facilities. Demand for the facilities because the mother is paying there the money. The government has transferred the money into mother's account, empowering the mother going to the institution, checking the facilities over there, demanding for certain requirements, and then, getting her child to flourish. And once the child flourishes, naturally the economy of the state develops. That's the mission of Honorable Chief Minister, which is nothing but the provision of Honorable Prime Minister, and ultimately it is catering to the vision of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji, right? So many schemes like this, if we talk about, so many things are there where, whatever facilities that today most of us are enjoying because, those people, they struggled a lot those days. Those days were not like this. You have got doors of opportunities getting opened, but those days, there were no opportunities. There was no electricity, no food available, social injustice. They faced all those things. After facing, so many troubles, fighting. But they understood that to fight, first what you require is education. Once you are educated, properly educated with ethics, you can organize things. How do you organize things? People should start believing in you. Just because you have a degree, just because you can do some write-up, people do not travel with you. People will understand your motto and motive. Once people understand that, yes, he is the man, then even if you want to agitate also, they come after you as a mass. That's what Ambedkar said, that, first you get educated, then you try to organize. And through your education and through your attitude, through your personality and through your belief system, you can connect to people, and all the people will be ready to travel behind you because they look at you as the real line. Each one of you, I see young ladies over here, young boys over here. You all, you are all born for a particular purpose. Remember, you are uniquely created by God. Whatever may be the religion, right? Whatever may be the religion. Ambedkar said that, the best religion is always the religion which promotes, liberty, equality and fraternity. Right? Now, you have a purpose and you have doors of opportunities getting opened. You must be prepared to get into those doors. You must be prepared to get into those doors. Otherwise, you will be losing the opportunity, missing the opportunities. I'm just going back to 18th century, a statement that was said by a very great orator those days. 18th century. None of these facilities are there. 18th century means, what you see in some movies and all, right? The statement that was made by him: if a man could make a better mousetrap, if a man could make a better mousetrap, or if a man could become a better sermon, the world will make a beaten path to his home, even if he builds his home in woods and forest. That's the power, power of an idea. Once you have a power of an idea, even today also, the statement holds good. You have the power, the whole state, the whole country, the entire community will start looking at you. I've seen the campus of Andhra University yesterday. We have established an incubation hub, startup hub, under the initiative of Startup India, which will be inaugurated maybe in another 15 days. And in that startup village, located in Andhra University premises, one startup, the very first startup, there are 30 startups, by name Green Jams. You will see it in paper next 2-3 days. Yesterday won a contract for 64 crores. Youngster, 24 years. Youngster, 24 years, who has started a startup in Andhra University startup 6 months ago, came out with a product. The title of the company is Green Jams. I'll invite press. I'll try to publicize that, not for getting any kind of a publicity to Andhra University, but, to motivate each one of you, to connect each one of you to these digital technologies. You don't require capital, you don't require support, you don't require big parents, you don't require, big economy, all these things. What you require is simple idea. You have a simple idea, come. We give you the space. That idea should be an idea to solve a social problem. You all belong to different villages. I see all the faces. Different social groups. You know the problems. Look around. Take a problem. Simple. Developing country, not developed. Developing country means a country with problems. Look around. Araku, Paderu, Parathipuram belong to Pendurthi, small place over there, remote place. I know there are so many remote places even at Pendurthi also. Or maybe Simachalam area or Bhimli area. Or even Vizag, Fisherman's Colony. So many problems. Look at the problem. Write the problem. Come out with a solution. Go to the hub. There are people sitting there. They will look at your idea. They tell you whether this can be taken further or not. They support you. They give a chair to you. They give money to you. They encourage you. They put finance. They tell you whether it can be scaled up or not, or further investigation is required. We support all these things. We wish to in fact empower each one of you so that you become an employer. You recruit people. You go back to your village. Those who are left unconnected, bring them. Bring them. Motivate them. Connect them. And make India powerful. Otherwise, how India can become a $5 trillion economy country? Yes. It is all there in your hands. It is there in your hands. You must think very, very big from today onwards. Because you have that capacity. Never think that, if I make a startup, I should get 300 crores. That person got 64 crores. I am able to get only 1 crore. No comparison required. What is required? We are all, Indians. We are all one. And everybody has got, that right towards education, right towards, social empowerment. These are all, important. We are all otherwise connected. Oath made, all of us equal. Equal oath. Whether you live in a bungalow or you live in a small hut, you just simply go and vote. Like that, people are connected. Equality is established through that, that's simple thing called oath. You will have to connect all the people even otherwise also. Everybody should live happy. Today, what is important is not, people talk about GDP and all, right? But our Honorable Prime Minister as well as Honorable Chief Minister both also talk about gross happiness index. You see? Not gross domestic product, gross happiness index. Everybody should be happy. Why only somebody in the cities should be happy, enjoying bungalows, enjoying the beach? Even all the people, everybody has a right. Everybody has a right to live because, everybody is created by God. And in the eyes of the God, is there any distinction? There is no distinction. We are all, human beings with brain. And we need to use this for positive purpose. It is there with us. Whether to use it for positive purpose or use it for negative purpose. You are all young people. Young people, lot of distractions. You can use it for negative purpose. What happens when you use it for negative purpose? I tell you very, very, very simple thing. Today, you are there in a particular age. Say, if I look at, the entire class of students sitting over here, about this hall capacity is about, 480 students, all are there. All are of the age group, maybe around 20 to 22. This is the age group. You will have another 50 to 60 years of career. Wonderful career. If you are prepared to work hard for another maximum 2-3 years. Work hard for 2-3 years with no distractions. With some simple goal. Simple goal. Not really difficult to set up a simple goal. Work towards that. Focus towards that. Do not get distracted. Then next 40 to 50 to 60 years, you will have full freedom. Next 2 years, instead of doing work, act like crazy film stars who are only actors, but unfortunately we call them as heroes. They are not heroes. Real heroes are your parents. But if you look at these actors and start deviating, 2 years it will be a fun for you in the class, fun for the entire group. After that, all the remaining group of students will be enjoying their life for 40 to 50 to 60 years. And those who become actors and heroes the next 2 years will become zeros for next coming 50 years. And history has shown so many examples. So be serious. You are all, given birth by none other than, that ultimate power, Almighty. Think about it. Each one of you can contribute provided you believe that you can contribute. You are all getting educated, which is happening only in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Go to other states, that reimbursement facility is not there. You are reimbursed. You are provided options. So many schemes. Government of India schemes, Government of Andhra Pradesh schemes. These are all the schemes we are all enjoying. Same time, nobody is asking you to give something back to the society, but it is your duty. What do you give back to the society? It need not be in the form of money. It can be in the form of knowledge. It can be in the form of, warmth. It can be in the form of a good word also. This is what you can do even sitting here from today onwards. You need not become a CEO of a company to speak a good word about your friend, your teacher, your college, your university, your mother. You don't require to be an executive in a Wipro or Cognizant or a TCS company to give a wonderful call to your mother and to say that I love you, mom. Yes, you can keep saying that from today onwards, which unfortunately the generation today is missing. And the parents, they are unable to express that to you. These things are important. Those days, they suffered a lot. But still, today, even to today, in spite of suffering, they never told you that they suffered. But in spite of suffering, they did some delivery to all of us. That's what Ambedkar. That's why today, even to today also, you revere him so much. But then what about you? When you are able to enjoy all these facilities because of, those days struggles and all, they thought that, at least my next generation should not struggle. So when you are enjoying all these facilities, is it not our responsibility to go back and look at the people who are otherwise unconnected, who are otherwise missing, bring them into mainstream? That's your duty. That's why, today Andhra University has also launched a community service program, which is one of the flagship programs of Honorable Chief Minister Narendra Modi ji. Community service program. Each one of you should go into the community and work for 1 month. This is all, to link you with the community, understand the community issues and sensitization by looking at the problems that are being faced at the community, so that, you just, write down all those things. You will have some kind of an idea where you are, where do you stand, where is the community, how to do probably, I think, some kind of a contribution to the community, either directly or indirectly, writing some page, sending to the government. These things are very important apart from getting the knowledge. You always get knowledge because, today, online resources are also available. Digital technologies will change. People are talking about meta words. Of course, this is not the right platform to talk about meta words. And when people talk about meta words, which is not far away. Metaverse is not far away. We can always discuss maximum 4 years. Maximum 4 years, you live in a different world. It is going to be a pure, virtual, connected, shared, emotional world. You need not travel to this place, sitting back at your home, just, wearing some wearable devices. You enter into a different world altogether, doing business in a different world, constructing homes in a different world, wearing dresses in a different world, doing business in a different world, running cars in a different world, which are all, going to be virtual. Then, the disparity, the disconnect increases. The disconnect is a danger. The disconnect. Lot of parity happens, between one class of people and the other class of people, not by means of economy, but by means of brain. That's why it is a time that we need to educate all the people. We need to empower all the people with these upcoming digital technologies, without which we will not be able to really fulfill the vision of Dr. Ambedkar. And it is the duty of each one of us. I really congratulate Professor James Stephen because he has chosen a wonderful theme for the entire chair. Digital India, human empowerment, human advancement, interdisciplinary thoughts. That means whatever may be your discipline. You can be an engineer, you can be a doctor, you can be a social scientist, or you can be a scientist. Social scientist or science scientist, a biologist, you can be a writer, you can be a poet, you can be a lawyer, you can be anything. But your thoughts and your advancements, so that you make use of digital technologies and connect the entire India and make the India the most happening place, and get the real loyalty as an Indian, to be the first as an Indian and to be the last as an Indian, but nothing in between. Thank you, Stephen, for giving me a wonderful opportunity. Thank you all.